Daily devotionals for July 2nd. Today's scripture will be Genesis 15 verses 1 through 6. After these things, and that's meeting with Melchizedek, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward." Isn't that awesome? Think about that. He has not changed. He is that to us today. He is our shield, and he is our great reward. Now, of course, Abram has conversation with him about him having an heir. He does not have a child yet. Verse 5. Then the Lord brought him outside and said, "Look now toward heaven and count the stars if you are able to number them." Can you imagine that? And he said to him, "So shall your descendants be." And he believed in the Lord, and he accounted it to him for righteousness. See, we need to hear and we need to believe. Abram, in the natural, he did not have a son. He did not have an heir, and that was very important, and he needed an heir. But God's promising him that he's going to have so many children, okay, that it's like the stars in the sky. You would not be able to count them. So God has made all of us promises, okay? And I think we need to go back and look at them. What are some of the promises that he made us? Is there a waiting period? Absolutely, okay? Things that he promised me like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I'm just now seeing them come around to be fulfilled. They're not fulfilled yet. Now, why is that? Well, I have to do certain things, certain things the Lord has to do, and he acts upon our obedience to him. Okay, so certain things have to take place. There's always times and seasons. Now, I think of like Joshua and Caleb. Okay, they were 85, I think, years old, and Caleb, went and said, I want my mountain. This was something he was promised, and he wanted it. So look back at some of the things that the Lord has promised you. And you know what I always say, we hear from the Lord. Somebody else will come along and confirm the word, but we need to hear from him. What has he said to us? Okay, and then hold on to that promise. And of course, Abram listened to his wife and had a child with Hagar. He had an Ishmael. Okay, oftentimes we will birth something prematurely, which is not what God ordained. Okay, he needed to wait. He needed to be patient and wait for his Isaac. So your Isaac is always worth waiting for. You can be patient, because in that seed is going to be the abundance, the fullness of all things that you need. Don't jump ahead of the schedule, okay? Wait on the Lord, hear him, obey him, and ask him again, have him remind you. He's not forgetful. Maybe we are, but he is not. Remind you what your promises are and what conditions. Is there something that you are forgetting to do, something you didn't do? Maybe it was a matter of forgiving someone, okay? Maybe it was a matter of you doing something for somebody else. I don't know, but whatever, the Lord can definitely show you. He knows all things, okay? All right, till tomorrow, be blessed.